Hi, this is Keaton, and this is my podcast, The West Noise. Back after a few weeks, I was on winter break, so I didn't have my stuff to record the show, but I'm back now, and it is 2018, and I'm feeling okay. I had a tremendous break where I got to see everyone that I love, and I had an awesome Christmas, and I got to watch a lot of movies and zone and listen to a lot of music. And I played Monopoly for the first time in a while. The Nightmare Before Christmas version, that is, which I received as a Christmas gift. Fantastic. And yeah, I just got to relax. I got to not think for a while. But here I am, back at it, back at college, new semester. Started the film appreciation class today. That should be good. And I don't know. I'm feeling alright. This lack of thinking has led me to feel a lot more calm. And though it's the new year, that doesn't really feel like a big deal. But I'm glad to get things back in order. I have to eat better again, for sure. But I'm excited to get the podcast back to where it was. In today's episode, my guest is Haley Blais, or Blais. I'm not really sure how to pronounce it. But she's a vlogger, singer, fellow podcaster from Canada. And so we had a lot to talk about. And I learned a few things about her native land. And yeah, it was just an interesting talk. So I hope everybody's holidays were nice and the new year is treating you well these first few days in. So yeah, here's my conversation with Haley Blais. I love dogs, man.
I know, dude. It was fun.
Did you find anything? Did you pick one?
We have one in mind, but he's a bit of a handful. He's like the most hyper dog you've ever seen, but just such a sweetheart and super hot, like the hottest dog you've ever seen. And his name's Rocky, and we're hoping that it's like a really extensive adoption process. But here's hoping. He's such a cutie.
What kind is he? What kind of doggy?
He is a coonhound Labrador, but he looks like a Rottweiler, so it's very deceiving.
That's interesting.
Yeah, but I love him. I miss him.
Hopefully we'll get to see more of him.
Yeah, I know.
My
what
dog.
What have you been up to today?
Oh, man.
Let's still talk dogs.
Okay, I can talk about dogs forever. I was going to say my dog is probably the most hyper dog I've ever met. He's a little mini pinscher and dachshund mix, and his name is Professor, and he is the light of my life.
I love that. Did you know that for the longest time I thought dachshund was pronounced dashhound?
Yeah, I don't have an answer. I change it like every time I say it. I'll be honest.
Yeah, it was quite a revelation when someone was like, "Do you mean a dachshund?" I'm like, "No, dude, I mean a dashhound." Freaking loser over here.
I've always said dashhound, but then I don't know. And sometimes dachshund comes out.
It has the word hound in it.
And it just sounds like nicer, like dashhound.
Yeah.
Then there's dachshund. Like, calm down. It's not that serious.
I completely agree.
Yeah, he's 2, and he's he doesn't stop ever doing anything.
Man.
And it's perfect, and I never get tired of it.
Yeah, I know. What more do you need? Truly.
But then there's Lily, and she's a bit older, and so she gets a little tired of his shit sometimes. But
you have 2 dogs?
Yeah. I'm in college, so I don't get to see him that often, unfortunately. But when I do, it's absolutely the best time.
Yeah, it's heaven.
But I got pictures of him hanging up, so I think about him almost constantly.
Oh yeah. Mhm.
Oh, so my day. You know, I actually had a really, really good day for the first time in a while because I
Hey.
didn't do much at all. I got
Nice.
I got some finals this week and next, so I've been studying. But besides that, I was just listening to a lot of music, and I haven't had a lot of time to do that lately, to just do that, and so that was a big relief.
Yeah.
And then it snowed.
I gotta do that. And then it snowed. That
And
sounds like a nice
now I'm doing
Monday.
an interview, so I'm progressing.
Yeah.
Oh.
So this podcast, is this new? Is this a new thing? Or
Yeah,
has this been
yeah, it is. I just started it about a month ago. This is, I think you're like the 8th episode, maybe, or something
Cool.
like that. But yeah,
That's awesome.
I don't really know what I'm doing, so
Mhm.
I basically just spam people's emails, and then sometimes I get responses like you, and I honestly love it. I really, really love it. I just love. I like talking to strangers because I always learn something.
Yeah. And phone conversations are less intimidating than face-to-face interview.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I could be scrolling through Instagram right now for all you know. I'm not.
Wow.
But I could be.
Okay.
And I wouldn't do that. I could do that in person as well, but then you'd know, and then it'd be rude. Then I'd be all blacklisted for all the other music podcasts. They never had me on.
What would you look at on Instagram if you were looking?
Probably just the general feed, or if I was looking for some inspiration, maybe go to a golden retriever Instagram. Glorious Goldens is a good one.
Yeah.
Highly recommend. Maybe some memes.
I don't mean to brag, but I would consider myself legitimately in the dog Instagram community. Like, I follow as many as follows me, and I got to be at least like 80 now. Like.
Oh really?
Yeah,
so
I'm always.
Do you have any, like, top following you?
Okay, well, I found this one girl. Her name's Lily. I think the @ is Adopt Lily Hound or Adopt a Lily Hound, but she's been like looking for a home forever, and she is just this cute old. I think she's like 7 or 8, and so I've grown like a huge connection to her, and I'm always commenting on her pictures and stuff, just wishing her the best. And it just breaks my heart because she just seems so sweet. So I'm always looking up on her, and then I usually go through phases with breeds. Like, I would say for about 4 or 5 months it was corgis, and then I had a couple Chihuahua weeks, and
that's rare.
Yeah, Chihuahuas I'm usually hit or miss with, because sometimes they can be a little aggressive, but they got the love. And then I constantly have just like big puppy accounts which cover all bases, and then I of course have a lot of dash hound accounts. And then so right now I'm going through Basset Hound. That's what I've been hooked on. Yeah, I think they're so great. I had one when I was younger. This is the best dog that I've ever had in my life. Her name was Daisy, and she was a beagle and a Basset Hound mix, and she had the big droopy ears and the short feet. I miss her every day. But
I love that you're giving those underrated dog breeds some love.
Yeah, I know. I've heard some bad things. And okay, actually just yesterday, do you know the conehead dogs? Like, do you know the brand Target? Is that a thing in Canada? I don't know anything.
I know the store.
Okay, well, Target has their mascot is this dog with like a cone head. Does that sound like it makes any sense? It kind of looks like an alien.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
So that is like the one dog that I've always been like, I don't know how I feel about it, because they just look kind of goofy. But I found this guy on Instagram yesterday with a big old brown birthmark on his nose, and he won me over. So I'm 100% in on all puppies. I did it.
They're called coneheads? Like, that's their given
Absolutely
breed
not. There's no way.
Okay. I think they're like bull terriers or something.
Is that what it is?
I think it's a bull terrier.
Oh yeah, cause Target is a bullseye, so it's a bull terrier. Okay, yeah, okay. So I saw a bull terrier,
There it is.
and I'm onto it now.
It's close.
So I'm totally in.
Done.
All right, it was nice talking to you.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me on.
So, okay, enough about me and dogs. What have you been doing? Music and vlogging and podcasting and being in Canada.
Good question. Yeah, how did you was it through my music that you?
Yeah.
I'm always interested to find out.
Yeah, usually I just go on Bandcamp, like if I'm trying to find like good artists, because there's just tons, just infinite great music on there. And so I usually just go to like different genres that strike my mood, and then I listen to like either new arrivals or like best-selling or just anything with cool artwork or anything like that. And I'm not sure which of those you fell under, but I found it, and I listened to Zero Charisma a little bit, and I was like, ooh, this is pleasant.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and then I didn't even know you had like a whole nother world of business ventures, but then I found the covers on YouTube and the vlogging, and I was like, oh, she seems really nice. So there it is.
Yeah, I am really nice.
You seem humble too, also.
Yeah, I like to think so. Yeah, I have a lot of different mediums of the internet.
How do you keep track?
Myself on the internet. Sorry, what was that?
How do you keep track of all that?
How do I keep track? A good question. I don't, and it's hard to keep up. And I have multiple personalities I have to portray, and it's really exhausting.
Why do you say that? Why do you have to portray multiple personalities?
To find which one I like the best.
Do you have like a main one?
Yeah, usually she's sleeping.
Oh, okay. So you have to make it up.
She likes to sleep.
Do you like that one the best?
I like her the best.
I feel like there's some underlying message here. I don't know.
I'm like, is this an interview or a therapy session? Because I could go on.
Hey, feel free. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, but I've been keeping busy. Regarding YouTube, I've been doing this thing called Vlogmas, which is incredibly dumb.
That's great wordplay. That's really great.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. And so I've been uploading every day. And it's been fun, because I don't really have a typical 9-to-5 job, so it's given me a lot of things to do. It gives me an incentive to get out and like create interesting content to upload. And then just been working on music. I have a new EP coming out in February, and it's still in like the mixing process. It's a lot of waiting and just like, how's it going over there? Because I'm getting it mixed over on the island in Victoria.
The island,
yeah, you know. You've been here, right? You know all about Canadian geography.
I've been to Canada once, and it was like my dad drove into it for a job, and I was in the car with him. So
were you in Toronto?
I really couldn't tell you. I went over a blue bridge. I saw a really pretty church, and then I went to like
I know exactly where that is.
Really? Do you? No.
Oh yeah, everyone in Canada knows everyone.
I've heard that. And then we went to a really creepy farm. Like, it literally looked like it was out of like the 40s, and it looked abandoned. But I had some time to get out of the car, and it was pouring rain, and I just like ran around on these like stepping stones. I don't even know if it actually happened, but that's what I remember. So
this could have been a dream.
Yeah, so I don't know where it was, but I did go to Canada. So yeah, I know every place. To answer your question. Of course. So the island, yeah. So you're waiting for it at the island.
Right, I think you were on the island. Yeah, that sounds like the island.
What is your favorite creativity that you've brought to the Vlogmas so far?
What do you mean specific? I love talking about myself, if you can't tell. I just love bragging about myself. Nothing. Does that answer your question? Like, it's hard. What do you mean?
No, I see what you're saying. Well, you said you got to come up with creative ideas and content, so do you feel like you've done that?
Well, I just mean, like, I have to actually, do something with my day. Like, not just stay in bed and go on dog Instagram accounts. Even though,
but that's okay.
Tempting that is. And some days we do that. We all do that sometimes. But
do you feel like you've been accomplishing things and spending your time wisely?
think I have. It's been really, and I think the weather has something to do with it too, because it's been really sunny in Vancouver. It's usually really rainy.
Yeah.
But it's been super nice and crisp, and it's making me
I like the word crisp.
Go on walks. Right? It is what it is, that word. When you think of crisp, you're like, you know exactly what that word is.
I feel like when I think of crisp, I think of like leaves. Like leaves are crisp.
Crunchy leaves.
Yeah, like the crunch.
Yeah. What is that word called when the word sounds like what it actually is?
I really wish I had an answer for that.
Like blam.
That blam? B-L-A-M.
Yeah, like, you know that word. Oh, what's that? Where it sounds like what the sound is. Anyway.
Oh, wait. Okay, onomatopoeia? Is that what you're talking about?
Is that what it is, onomatopoeia?
Yeah, onomatopoeia is like cuckoo or like sizzle.
Right.
Or like, yeah, like, wow. Yeah, okay, blam. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, it's onomatopoeia.
Blam.
Yeah.
Blam, dude. Yeah, crisp is an onomatopoeia for me. And crunch.
Yeah, crunch is definitely one. For sure. So I feel like I need to take advantage of the fact that you're Canadian. What?
Go for it.
Give me bullet points. What are the most Canadian things about you from what people think of Canadians, if you can even answer that.
Okay.
I can give you some examples of what people think of Canadians if you need.
Yeah, I'd love to hear that.
All right, so we got it's cold, always. There's a lot of woodland critters. There's something weird about the relationship between bacon and ham. I've heard vague mumblings about that. Hockey is it. Tim Hortons is frequent. Donuts are great. The people are great. And there's like a few people from there who are worshipped. Like the Beebs. And The Weeknd is from Canada also.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, take any of that and apply.
Okay. Well, I will tell you that Tim Hortons is fully overrated. I am
Whoa.
not a Tim Hortons fan.
All right, we're going to spend at least a half hour on that. Why? What is your issue?
I don't think it's worth the hype. The coffee tastes like water. Everything's always really dry. It's just the decor. Don't even get me started on the decor.
Okay,
and,
have they ever claimed to be like IKEA or cute inside?
But I mean,
you come for the donuts, first of all. I think
guess,
that's your.
But okay, so maybe it's the fact that I'm vegan, so I don't eat any of the things that they really sell.
That makes sense.
But I used to, and I just never really thought I would never go out of my way to be like, turn around, we passed the Tim Hortons, we have to go and get something. Stop the car. You know.
See, I go out to Tim Hortons for one reason and one reason alone, and that is their chocolate chip muffins. I'm sorry,
really?
But if anybody tries to tell me that there are no Tim Hortons chocolate chip muffins are the best muffins money can buy.
You know, I will say this: when I did really like their blueberry muffins.
There you go.
They make really good muffins.
There you go. Say something nice about Tim Hortons.
I get it.
Speaking of veganism, I've actually been a vegetarian for 2 weeks in a day now. So that's interesting. Yeah. My roommate.
How's it going?
It's honestly not bad. Like I can't say that I've noticed like a huge difference in productivity or energy, but like I haven't been more tired or more weak or anything. And like I haven't really missed meat. There's been like a couple episodes where I kind of get excited and want something, but for the most part it really hasn't been that difficult. Lots of beans and rice. Lots of proteins. Lots of granola. So yeah, it's not bad. How is veganism? Is that doable?
Veganism is great. I've been vegan for almost 3 years, and
kudos to you.
Thank you. It's something I don't even think about. Like, it's so easy. I think that anyone could do it, no problem, and it's cheap. And yeah, I agree. I don't really, even after almost 3 years, I don't really notice a change in like how much energy I have.
Mm-hmm.
It's it's just like after meals, I don't feel like I'm going to throw up. You know, like
Yeah.
I never get food coma.
That's what I
never get that.
That's what I was thinking about. I was just comparing like eating a big salad. Like I still feel full, but I'm like, all right, I can still do things. But if I eat a burger, I'm like, that was great, but now I have to take work off tomorrow.
Yeah. I have to go on maternity leave, weirdly enough.
What made you want to be vegan?
But I watched Cowspiracy, and I quit cold turkey, so to speak, literally overnight, and I was vegan the next day, and I just went out and bought everything I needed, and I cleared out my fridge, and
My girlfriend is very anti-meat industry and all that, and she keeps telling me to watch Cowspiracy, so I guess I'll have to.
It's great. It's definitely like that. I went vegan for like the environmental reasons for sure.
Yeah.
But then I guess as you're more in it and you learn other aspects of it, it's just seems like the least I could do for the world.
I've tried to do like a lot of reading on it, just to see like what humans naturally are and like what it actually does to your body and stuff. And yeah, just how widely we kill animals is just unsettling, to say the least.
Yeah.
So.
And I just think that I'm a hardcore consumer. I may as well
consume the right things.
Do what I can, when I can do it. So, yeah.
Why do you say you're a hardcore consumer?
Oh, like I buy a lot of things. I'm not like in my past pre-vegan, like not just even food. I wasn't just the most environmentally friendly person. And so I just think that I could, I'm doing my part for my short time on Earth. And I don't feel guilty every day. Guilt-free.
Gluten-free? Guilt-free? Coincidence?
Guilt-free. I'm also gluten-free.
I have a friend who's completely allergic to gluten.
Really? Like celiac? No, that's different. Or is it?
I don't know. I don't know much.
Celiac is wheat. I still don't really know what gluten is, but I don't even know a lot.
Yeah, I don't know. I just say things.
Yeah, I'm just saying things for the sake of saying things.
So back to Canada. What else is Canadian about you?
Okay, well, I love maple syrup. Like, I will eat it by the spoonful.
Spoonful?
Not that, like, Aunt Jemima's shit. Like, I'm talking organic, grade A, amber maple syrup. Organic, grade A. Write that down. That's good stuff. I'll drink it. And hockey is very prominent. I will agree with that. Not necessarily in my preferences. I could live without it and be a happy woman, but it is everyone's very much in it. And the sorry thing is very real.
Yeah, you don't seem to have much of an accent.
Oh, but it comes out. I'll try. This is my impression of my very northerner, my relatives from the north. They talk. No, that's more like, I don't know. I'm out of it. I'm out of the game too long. I spent a lot of time in the States this year, so I do have like a weird internal conflict of how to say sorry or sorry, but most of the time it's sorry.
One of my professors is Canadian, and it comes out. He'll say sorry, and what did he say the other day? It's just little things that you're like, oh, you're Canadian. I can see it.
Yeah, people always give me shit when I say like my bag or like my bag.
Bag.
Yeah, that's it. Bag.
You say You say bag.
Yeah.
Bag.
Like, or magazine.
Ugh. Magazine.
Oh yeah, isn't it disgusting?
I need my magazine. Yeah, no, I'm not feeling that.
But it's so hard for me to say like bag.
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 It's so foreign. It's so foreign.
How do you say bagel? Bagel?
No, we say bagel.
Okay. So.
Bagel. Bag.
Because bagel doesn't make sense. So you like syrup? You don't really have an accent. Is that it?
That's about it.
That's about it?
That's about it, I think.
Do you like hockey?
I'm a simple
Hockey?
cow. No. Well, my dad's a hockey coach, and
There's always something with hockey. What did I say? I knew it.
Yeah, he's a hockey coach. He's been coaching, like, since I was probably for as long as I can remember, like, almost my whole life. But I still, to this day, and I've even played hockey. I used to play hockey for, like, a couple of years when I was younger. Still don't really know the rules.
Did you like it, though, when you played it?
No, I was awful.
Oh.
I don't like things that I'm bad at, so I did not enjoy that.
I've only gone ice skating one time, and it was top 5 worst experiences of my life. So.
What? But don't you live in a cold... That's crazy.
Yeah, but... Yeah, it's just rollerblading, but really, really cold and more difficult. And if you fall, it's a lot different than falling at a rollerblading rink, because it's ice.
True. Yeah, there's a higher risk of death, I think, with skating.
Is that a thing? Oh, yeah, they're also bloody sharp.
Yeah, they're bloody sharp, mate.
Yeah, I don't know why I said bloody. I guess I pictured blood from the skate. I don't ever use the word bloody. I don't know what that's about. But...
Skates are bloody. They just have blood on them. It's weird.
Brand new out the box.
Yeah, that's why you haven't done skating yet. It puts people off a lot.
Okay, so let's talk about the main thing you do, and that is music.
Yeah.
What that about? How you do that?
What's that about? That's still something I'm trying to figure out. This EP that's coming out in the new year in 2018 is probably my most high quality that I've ever done, and it's full band this time. Usually it's just me in my room doing something. Like, for instance, How You Found with Zero Charisma, that was just songs I made within like a week, and I was just like impatiently putting them into the world because they're kind of like just demo stages right now. And I was like, here, listen to this. You like it? Cool. Great. It took me 5 minutes. Who cares? But this one, we've been working on it since beginning of August, I think. So it's been a fun process,
a lot of time.
And I've learned a lot from it.
Is there like a cohesiveness to it? Like, does it have a message?
It's kind of. It's like with I released an EP last year called Late Bloomer, and that was kind of all about grieving something, or grieving like a past, someone I lost, or like someone in myself. And then this one is kind of like moving on from that, I think. A lot of it. It's like kind of like coming into myself a bit more.
Am I incorrect in saying that Late Bloomer is related to your dog, or is that accurate?
You are correct.
So I thought that I saw that. And it made me really, really sad. And I'm sorry.
Thank you. Yeah, it was like the biggest loss I've had. So like obviously it's gonna stir a lot of emotions, and
right.
So it was all inspired by him. Yeah.
But it's so important to do things like that, like in his honor, or for just to always remember, you know. Yeah. Which is good.
And I kind of did it without even thinking. His name was Boomer. And that sounds like Bloomer, and I didn't even... Someone told me that like 3 months ago. They're like, I love that was what that was. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's totally, yep, Thank you for picking up on what I intentionally did there.
It works, though.
It does, yeah. It's kind of cute.
So the new record is Moving On. That's nice.
Yeah, I think that's a good way. Or just like, it's just a little bit happier. It's a little bit more free. I feel like a lot of my inhibitions are kind of, you know, trying new things. It's with a new band, and it just feels a lot more fun, I guess I would say.
So you said February, that's when that's going to be here?
Yeah, end of February is the fingers crossed for that. But if not, I'm not set on it, but that's what I'm hoping for.
That sounds good. Do we have a leap year next year? Is that a thing? How do leap years work?
Yeah, we do. I think there is a
Seriously?
leap year next year. Maybe I'll do it on the leap year. That'd be fun.
That's what made me that'd be really fun.
Whoa. I'm pretty sure there is, because I think I looked it up.
I'm Googling it. Let's see here.
Yeah, don't quote me.
Leap year, one additional day. Hold up. Oh my gosh, there's so many calendars. There's a Chinese calendar, a Hebrew calendar, an Islamic calendar.
Ooh, Hebrew. Do the Hebrew one.
The Hebrew one? Why the Hebrew one? I'm going to it, but I'm just curious what made you want to pick the Hebrew one.
I just want to learn. I'm very interested in the Hebrew language. I like guttural things.
Yom Kippur. Okay, I'm not finding anything productive.
You don't read Hebrew?
No, I got a book of Yiddish when I was like 8, and I learned like a couple Yiddish phrases. And so just 8-year-old me was running around screaming like Halt's Moil Lamen Hashem, which means shut up for the love of God. And like my parents would be like, Keaton.
Wait, can you say that again?
Okay, it's Halt's Moil Lamen Hashem.
Halt's Moil Lamen Hashem?
Yeah, I can't find it anywhere, and my 8-year-old mind may have warped it, but like that's what I recall from the book, and that's what I said all the time, and what I always say.
That's maybe the best thing I've heard all day. Shut up for the love of God.
but like my parents didn't know what it meant, and then I told them, and they're like, you can't say that, like you're 8, and it's Yiddish. So I always say it still. I don't say it like in real conversation because I don't want to be that guy who like says something in a different language. But
well, let me tell you, you just taught this old dog a new trick, and I'm ready to use and abuse that phrase.
You're an old dog, you would say.
Yeah, I would say so.
You're just already there. That's it.
Yeah, in dog years, I'm for sure dead.
Well, and like 10-year-olds are dead in dog years.
That's true, and that's kind of morbid.
That says something, though, you know, about like.
Next time I see a
people.
kid, I'm just gonna say you're dead.
Just say in dog years, though. Just in dog years.
Well,
where did that come from?
Maybe.
Dog years. Where did time come from? That's my question.
That's funny you asked. I actually know this question.
Oh,
the
okay.
answer to this.
Cool.
But I can't tell you. I'm sorry.
Can you tell me why you can't tell me?
No. No, I really can't.
All right, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, because then you'd know.
Can you tell me where you found out the answer?
Yeah, and you already know way too much about me, I think.
Yeah.
I think we'll just...
Yeah, if you told me how time began, that might just be too much.
Yeah, then it's like this podcast would go viral, and then...
Don't want that.
I don't want to give you... No, I don't want to have that pressure on you.
I do not want any more than, like, 10 listeners, max, for sure.
Perfect.
Including my parents. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
And you have 10 parents.
Yeah, I do. Oh, and my dogs. My dog. I know for sure that my dogs listen to this. So 12, I guess.
Good.
But
that's supportive.
All right. Do you know where anything else came from that you can tell me?
I know where I came from.
Boring.
Yeah, but no one wants to hear about that.
No. I would have to agree with you. So were you born in Vancouver?
No, I was born in Ontario. That's my East Coast accent coming out.
On a
born
pile
in Ontario,
of bacon.
In Kitchener, a town called Kitchener.
Births work in Canada? They just like out on the ice and then like they shoot you into a goal.
No, they're like, please be born. Please, we're sorry, please. And then we come out, we're like, okay.
Do they thank you?
Where's the Tim Hortons? Yeah, they're like, thank you so much. Thanks for being born. We're like, yeah, you got it. No worries.
Are Canadians that nice?
Yeah.
No,
there's some real meanies out here.
Oh, what? Yeah, watch the words there.
Yeah, I was like,
you don't want to.
I don't want to cuss.
Yeah. Cuss?
I know, I've never said cuss before in my life.
Curse?
Until now. Curse, yeah.
Cuss.
Another swear.
So, back to the important things. Christmas. Have you been doing your duty as a enjoyer of Christmas and watching Christmas movies and listening to Christmas music and thinking about Christmas?
I have.
Like what?
I'm heavily into the Christmas music. Not as much as I used to be. Like, last year I'd probably be listening since, like, November 1st. You know, Halloween's done.
Mm-hmm.
Our Thanksgiving was done, so we don't have that little grace period before Thanksgiving and Christmas. We just go head first into Christmas. But
okay.
I kind of took my time, and only recently have I been, like, listening into the music of the season, if you will. And
I will.
I live right next to a Christmas tree kind of, not farm, but they sell the Christmas trees. They're not grown there, but so it's all around.
That's festive.
I'm enjoying it.
You do listen to Michael Bublé's Christmas album, right?
Yeah,
he's
also
from
I just listen to
Canada.
that year round.
He's from Canada, which means you have to listen to it.
Yeah, it's the law.
Okay. See, I'm really glad I'm learning all these things.
Yeah, it's good to know things about different countries, like different cultures and stuff. So when you come here,
yeah,
you don't want to get arrested.
Right. Because if you don't know the culture, they take you out.
Then they kill you.
How are Canadian jails and cops? Do they ride horses?
They're super nice.
Do all cops ride polar bears and horses and moose?
Well, in my experience, when I was in jail, it was really nice. And they give you whatever food you want. You just can't leave, you know? They're like,
right. They're just like, come on, please don't leave.
Yeah. Please. And since we're so obedient and nice, we're like, okay.
Every single one of you.
Okay. Yeah. Even the murderers.
Are there even murderers in Canada, though? Be real.
Robert Picton, my good friend.
Ooh. I'm excited. I've never heard that name, so...
Oh, you're in for a treat.
Go right ahead.
It was very close to Vancouver. I think it was in Abbotsford, or like maybe about an hour outside of Vancouver. He was a murderer, a serial killer.
Serial? We got serial.
Yeah. He was a serial killer. And
wow.
He was pretty crazy. I think he's still alive, but he's definitely in jail. He might be dead, actually. I don't know. I haven't called him in a few years.
Dude, that is a thing with serial killers. Like women being obsessed with them. That is 100% a thing.
Oh, I know. It's very disturbing.
Yeah.
You guys I can see the allure.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I totally get it. Like, I get wanting to talk to someone who's murdered other humans.
Right.
I just don't know if I could ever do it myself.
I agree.
So you guys had a murderer. Wow. Well, I guess I'm never coming to Canada then.
I think we've had more than one, but he's a big one.
He probably wasn't even born in Canada. He just moved there.
I think he was. And I'm pretty sure he was, like, friends with my friend's uncle or something like that.
Ooh, I don't like that.
Because it wasn't too long ago. I think it was, like, the 80s to the 2004 or something like that. Like, it was for a while.
So he's in your bloodline, is what you're saying.
Yeah, he's my dad.
That makes sense why you would keep in contact with him.
Yeah, I call him every once in a while, but we've drifted ever since.
I'm confused that you don't know much about him, considering he's your father, but...
I don't know what?
I'm confused that you don't know much about him, considering he's your dad, but...
Right.
You seem to have a vague idea.
He's just my birth father.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah. This has been fruitful. Okay. Say something genuine and real and non-ironic and non-sarcastic about the holiday season. I dare you.
Oh, I love that you're like, you know that this is a challenge for me after only speaking to me for, 40 minutes?
Yeah.
the holiday season is truly a time to spend with your loved ones, your friends, and your family. Who cares about presents?
I do.
Do you care about presents?
I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I love my family. I love all my friends. But like, I don't not like presents. I can't ever say that.
I'll take that.
But I get the sentiment. Don't focus on the presents. The presents are not what's important.
Don't focus on the presents. It's all about just being there and loving one another.
Just loving.
And staying warm because it gets cold. And singing merrily.
That was really beautifully said.
Mhm. It's actually a line from one of my songs.
The whole thing?
Yeah, that was this whole interview has just been me reciting lines from my new EP.
Oh,
yeah.
Man!
It's sheer poetry.
Hey, people are gonna hate it. Wow. Wait, am I featured?
It doesn't even rhyme. Yeah. There's a soundbite or two in there.
All right, I say you scratch the EP. I don't publish this, and then you just publish this as an EP.
That sounds great.
I think people would react. That's about. They would react in some way.
They would be confused,
outraged,
least, but I think that they would learn to love it.
Because you can't separate it into tracks. Just one, like 45-minute song of this.